What's going on, guys? Back again with another video, another week, another album review, and it's mine. Doing Something to Be by Rob Thomas. The reason why I'm doing his album, so I'm doing Rob Thomas's solo stuff as albums and not as a whole thing because I'm doing Matchbox 20 later as an entire artist, and I feel like it's repetitive to do his solo stuff and his group stuff as a whole thing. So I wanted to do this as an album review and not as a whole as as a whole artist, honestly, because I like this album in particularly much better than his other projects, honestly. Because this one was honestly like the first one that I ever listened to, and it honestly stuck out to me from the beginning. It was kind of funny, like so how I found Matchbox 20 and him in particular was I remember I was laying in my basement one day, just flipping through channels, and they had a concert from Rob Thomas on Access TV from like Red Rocks, which was like a concert venue in Colorado, I think, and yeah, like I was scrolling through. I was like, why not? I might as well watch it. I like music, and I heard "Lonely No More," which is like something that like I knew of, but like I didn't know the name of the song. I just knew like, oh, I know that song, and so I watched it. So I came in like 15 minutes in, and I ended up watching the whole hour and a half special. I was like, all right, I gotta listen to more of this guy and whatever he has going on. So um, my dad ended up having the CD upstairs, and I kind of was like, "Hey, can I borrow it?" And he was like, "Yeah." So I ended up listening to this album for, for front to back for a couple days, and that's kind of how it started. So I wanted to rank it and finally and see where everything else lands. So yeah, that was the inspiration for this album, and yeah, let's get the countdown going. Start with number 12.
And you will not be alone.
And at number 12 at the bottom of the list, we got Now Comes the Night. This is the closing track of the album, and it's honestly just an okay one. I think the piano in the background is a nice touch, but other than that, like nothing really sticks out as good or bad. Why it's at the bottom, honestly, because I just like the songs above them better. There's another song that you'll see on this list that I said the exact same comments with, but something about that song just like is slightly better than this one, so I put it a couple spots higher. So like I wish I had more to say about this one, but like nothing really sticks out. So it ended here at number 12.
All that I breathe the way you.
And at number 11, we got All That I Am. I don't love the xylophone in the beginning. It's an interesting aspect of it, but like I wanted like a drum or a piano or something. And then like I just wanted more instrumentation from the song as a whole, honestly. Like I think it relies too much on Rob's voice to carry it, which he does have a great voice, but I think it brings the value down because there isn't a lot going on in this song instrumentally. I will say though, like there's some interesting jungle effects throughout the verses, but the song overall as a whole is okay. I mean, I think it's fine. There's just stronger songs on the album, so that's why it ended up down here. And at number 10, we got "Falling to Pieces." This song I honestly forgot was on this album. I thought it was on a different album, but it ended up being on this one. This album, like that, this song's just fine. I mean, like it doesn't excel at anything. Like that big band piece, I do like, but like nothing really like blows me away. And the album really is just super strong, which is why I put it all the way down here. But I mean, I just wanted a little bit more from the song, like as a whole. I can't really explain why, but like it's just the song just doesn't entirely do it for me. So yeah, that's how it ended up down here at 10.
Where you gonna run to now? Wrong step, you got off track. You need someone to help us get back now.
And at number 9, we got "I Am an Illusion." This song honestly should be higher. Like it has those characteristics of a higher song, but something about the songs above it, 7 and 8, I just put higher than the song. I think this is just a worse version of "Something to Be," which is higher on my list. In every way. I think there isn't really a chorus here, which brings it down. Like there is one, but it doesn't really change a lot. And again, I just wanted more from the song, so that's why I put it down here all the way at 9.
Far beyond this life, beyond this life, beyond.
And at number 8, we got My. This song really grew on me with more listens. Objectively, it's a really boring song, but Rob's voice makes this song so much better. And again, like compared to the rest of the album, it just doesn't stack up to that rest of it. I am a fan of this one. I do have it saved, but like something about the ones above it, even the one at 7, I think it's just a I think that song's just a better version of this song. So, My ends up at 8.
Alright, why don't you tell me again how you'll still be there when the heartache ends? Well, it's alright, why don't you tell me?
And at number 7, we got When the Heartache Ends. Something about the song really draws me in. Like, it's so simple with just an acoustic guitar and a basic drum beat, but I think Rob's voice puts it over the top in comparison to the rest of the album. I think it's right in the middle in comparison to the rest of the album, honestly, like because like that album is really strong. Another one that I think I really like, uh, they again like that simple guitar is a nice piece, and the vocals really shine here, and you can feel the passion in Rob's voice. Again, like I think it's just a better version of My, and the acoustic just sounds way better than the piano. So, yeah, I think it's a good spot for it right in the middle here at 7.
Something I've never seen. Yeah, we're all looking for something to be.
And at number 6, we got Something to Be. This is the title track of the album, and it honestly doesn't disappoint. That chorus is great, and there's kind of this like angry feel to it, which I really like a lot. And the chorus just rocks, honestly. Like I had a hard time placing this one because I wanted to put it in the top 4, but like something about how great the songs above it are brought it down. So it wasn't a knock on this song. It was just how great the songs above it are. So I ended up putting this one right in the middle here at 6.
All my sweetness on my mind. It's a clear day in this city.
And at number 5, we got Street Corner Symphony. Fun fact: John Mayer is the lead guitar player on this song. If you couldn't tell, which is why it's a little bit more funky, it has a little bit more jazzy feel because he kind of has that influence on it. That There's a great groove to this song, and the horns in the background and the chorus are really cool. I think this one's really underrated in terms of the rest of the album. It's a really solid song. Again, there's just the 4 songs above it really are like that like top tier songs, I think. So yeah, this is where it ended up here 5.
We were drawn from the weeds. We were brave like soldiers falling down from
And at number 4, we got Ever the Same. One of the 2 hits on the big album here. And it's really easy to see why. Like it's a slower ballad type song, but like I think like there's a good amount of it. Like it really brings a lot of good feel aspects to it. Like the song doesn't change a lot, but the chorus is extremely powerful. Like and I think Rob's voice really works well with the slower pace of the song. Ranking the top 4 was really hard. And this one really gets it started in a big way. Like this was one of the first songs that I heard from them, from him, excuse me, and I really liked it, and I really gravitated towards it, because obviously, like, it is one of the earlier songs on the album, but like this one was one of the ones that really grabbed my attention from the start, and it grabbed a lot of people too. So I'm really happy that this was a popular one, and it's my number four.
Don't you wanna go for a ride? Just keep your hands inside and make the most out of life. Now don't you take it for granted. Life is like a mean machine and made a mess out of me. It left me caught between like an egg.
And at number three, we got "This Is How a Heart Breaks." This is another one of the hits. And again, it's easy to see why. Like I flipped this one and Ever the Same so many times, but this one ultimately got the nod because of how great that chorus is. It really brings a song together as a whole, and that big band feel throughout the song after the first verse is really, really cool. And the build up to the chorus is also very good. I'm a big fan of this one. In terms of like popularity, this is the third most popular song on the album. The song right above it is number one, and the song right below it is number two. So in terms of popularity, I think I hit it on the mark here. But yeah, I mean, I'm a big fan of this one. This one was a hit for me for the beginning, and yeah, it ended up at number three.
I don't wanna be lonely no more. I don't wanna have to pay for this. I don't wanna know the lover at my door. Just another heartache on my list. I don't wanna be angry no more. You know I could never stand for this. So when you tell me that you love me, know for sure. I don't wanna be lonely anymore.
And at number two, we got "Lonely No More." This is the hit on the album, and this song just hits on every level. Like this was my number two from day one, and it isn't really hard to see why it's a hit. Like the chorus is fantastic, cool effects throughout. The background vocals throughout the chorus and the whole song are just really nice touch. There's so many sounds throughout the whole song, which just really just brings the song together. It's just a massive jam. Like every time I hear the song in my car, I'm just like, oh, let's go. Like the song just bangs. The song just freaking rocks. Like it's such a good song. There's no flaws. Like the something about that top song just put it over the top for me. And it wasn't anything that this song is a knock on. It's just that song just really hit home for me. And yeah, that's how it ended up number two.
The kids on the street say, "What's your problem, girl?" And the weight of their smile gets too much for you to bear. When they all make you feel like you're a problem, girl, remember, you're no problem at all.
And at number one, it's Problem Girl. In terms of streaming statistics, according to Spotify, this is the fourth least streamed song on the album. Hear me out. So this was my number one song for a long time, and it still is. It isn't a popular one, but I think the message behind it really puts it over the top. That chorus, what it really talks about is if you're a different kind of kid, like you're not sporty, you're not musical, you're just kind of whatever, like you're still yourself, and being yourself is more important than trying to fit in anywhere. And I think that's a really, really nice message. Like if you're different, it's okay, and honestly, it's encouraged. And I like something that also kind of struck out to me was I learned this song on guitar when I was like 11. It was one of the first songs that I ever learned, and like it was a comfort song for me. Like every time like I was feeling down, like I would just pick up a guitar and just play this song for a couple hours, and there'd be a smile on my face. So I think the song is vastly underrated, and like if you haven't checked it out, please do. Like I really love the flow of the song, and the chorus really just puts it over the top for me again with that message that I just said. But I think it's a really good song, and it's a really underrated and quiet song that a lot of people don't know about. So I would definitely check it out. And yeah, it's my number one. So my thoughts on the album overall, I think this album really is one of the more complete albums that I've ever listened to. The bottom there really is a bottom three for me, and the nine through six, even really five are pretty much were really hard to rank for me, and then like the top four were solid. But like the middle 4 or 5 were just like, yeah, these ones you just gotta put them in an order. But I think there aren't really many flaws on this album. Like the bottom 3 are the bottom 3 just because 'cause they're fine, but like they're not bad songs. I think that if you listen to this whole album front to back, I think it's a really good mix of having good songs in the sh I think the beginning is stronger than the end, even though, like, my top song is the ninth song on the album is as a discography, but, like, I think the top is very is much better than the bottom, which I think is kind of upsetting just because you kinda want that flow throughout, but, there's a good mix of slow songs and fast songs throughout the album as well, which I really like. So I would definitely check this one out. If you're a Matchbox 20 fan and you haven't heard his solo stuff, please do. And if you're the opposite and you haven't heard Matchbox 20 stuff, please check it out. I'm a big fan of both of their stuff, and I really like this album. And there's another album that I may do at some point, but I haven't decided yet. But yeah, that's kind of gonna complete my thoughts on everything. Again, like, we want to apologize with all of everything that's going on. Like, I'm starting a new job. Brett's out in PA doing some stuff, and like it was just easier for us to do once a week for now, just because we backlogged a lot of stuff. And we'll get back to it in a couple weeks. Brett will be back in a couple weeks, and we'll get together and we'll have a little bit of an update video for you once we get everyone on back home here. But we really appreciate it. And like, comment, subscribe, anything that you can do to kind of help the algorithm get all this stuff out would be really appreciated. And if you have any comment ideas on anything you want us to do, please let us know. We're in kind of a little bit of a limbo. We're still trying to figure out what we want to do in terms of this channel and some new ideas and things like that. Like, we have some ideas in the noggins, but we want your feedback and want things that you might want us to do in the future. So please let us know. And that's all that I have for now, guys. Peace out. Have a great day and happy 4th of July.